global allies can't just be dropped like that. I get it. The only friends that you had were on Twitter, and you can DM directly. But that's not how global politics works. So, I have a bone to pick with the uncommitted movement. The uncommitted movement to me was just a group of people like, and you can just tell that one of the biggest problems that I have with the online left is that they think playing politics. They really think playing politics is optional. Well, you're going to be part of that system. Like, do you see the hate? Ironically, Bernie Sanders have actually escaped from he's part of the system now. But every other person, the squad, because they had to play politics, then they're corrupted by the system. It just irritates me because we only have politics to play when it comes to setting government policy. This whole, you're compromised, so if you don't not compromise, then you're part of the system, and then it's just ridiculous. Oh, how dare AOC not actually vote? She just voted president instead of saying yes or no. How dare them not? Like, some of these people don't understand that a president doesn't have the big communist button that they're just refusing to press. And it's stupid. It's incredibly stupid. And the uncommitted movement is just a cacophony. Now, I said a $5 word on a $3 budget. A cacophony of people who just like, if we stand out and if Trump wins, then the Democratic Party will know how it feels to not have our votes. And they don't get politics is these people, if they realize they can't go after your vote, they're going to go after the easier vote to go after. And you wonder why they run back to the middle. But I came across this video. I saw a few seconds of it from Hal Sparks, and let's see what he's talking about with the uncommitted movement.
But there are some folks out there that I've had some, let's just say, some special vitriol for, and that's the uncommitted crowd. And I would like to take you, just introduce you. This is a short little clip of one of these assholes on CNN. Uncommitted movement looks ahead to Trump presidency. Oh, dude.
So one of the craziest things with this uncommitted movement is literally after Trump won, they sent the letter saying, hey, can you do something now? Trump, who has consistently said that, we want to take the reins off of Netanyahu and let him do what he wants to do. And they thought that he was going to be like, yeah, no, we're going to listen to you. File that under the trash. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And you can say, only the libs believe that. Like, libs are in power for the most part. They get stuff done. But for people who are outside of power to complain, they just don't do it like I want to, get in power. But let's go.
Do they? I don't know. I'm fairly certain I know what their goal was, which was
to be moronical, an imbecile, like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
That's right. That's what that seemed to be the goal for these fuckers. They were going to hold Democrats' feet to the fire so that they would threaten us with a Trump presidency. And what did they do? They ended up talking their own people into voting exactly that way. They didn't come home. They didn't turn around. The leaders of the organization ultimately voted for Harris, but the rank and file voted for Trump.
And not only did they vote for Trump, that's just one of the things. they didn't gin up enough, enthusiasm to vote at all. They stayed home. When you look at the numbers that you actually would have seen for the amount of total, Trump pretty much stayed the same as far as his numbers for voting. It is literally a case where most of the Democrats didn't vote. Now you have streamers that turned down the enthusiasm because Joe Biden is the worst genocide Joe and kill them all Kalama or whatever the fuck they will say. Well, they've been saying that this is the most important election in our life. It is. Every election is important. It's the boy that cried wolf. Why would you trust people that let a boy get eaten by a wolf? Of course they're going to say, well, it was his fault. Y'all didn't even turn out to vote for the House race, the Senate race. What are y'all talking about? Y'all don't care. It's an accelerationist attitude. But you forget with the accelerationist attitude, how many people are going to get hurt. Because you threw a pity party about y'all one issue and not about the people that you claim that you want to make sure to get better. But let's continue.
Listen to this shit.
If it looks like ethnic cleansing, it sounds like ethnic cleansing. It's an ethnic cleansing campaign in Gaza and West Bank and southern Lebanon. And Mike Huckabee was just named as the guy who's going to oversee the final stages of that campaign. And so our message right now is to President Biden, you've got to do something about this. President Biden, stand up for once to Netanyahu before Donald Trump successfully gets away with pinning this legacy of this ethnic cleansing campaign on you and you alone.
With all that noise that y'all was making, y'all knew what Trump said. Y'all knew what he was talking about. And yet, that enthusiasm about at least it's some sort of range. Oh, when you vote for the lesser of two evils, you still voting for evils. Really? 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 But let's continue.
Forevermore.
Do you hear this, motherfucker? Do something, even though these assholes handed the reins of power to Donald Trump, but it's fucking Biden who was like walking this line between a country that had been attacked, having the right to defend itself, and the terrorists that were involved in this on Hamas, and not just Hamas, but like Islamic State in Gaza. It literally walking the line between these two, trying to keep Netanyahu on a shorter leash than he would have.
So I don't necessarily agree specifically with that. I do think Hamas got what they wanted. Escalation and fighting until a point where it was this way. And I also think Netanyahu, because I've been alive longer than a season of a motherfucking Netflix show. Netanyahu is a monster. He has a blood fuel about it. It was his key to say yeah, we want to do this. But what kills me with the whole conversation is all of these people that say, oh, it's a genocide going on. No, it's not a genocide. It's a totally one-sided war. That I will give you that. It is totally one-sided. But for a lot of these people who literally say it's a genocide, they don't know the history of the situation in any of the Middle East in the last 50 years or 70. And if you think that it's just I will give you, Netanyahu is a monster and he wants to kill all, kilogram the Palestinian people. But for you to just be yeah, everybody who's in Israel wants to destroy it, that's being hyperbolic. And the thing about it is, Israel is the U.S. ally. You can't just drop them like a Discord friend and block them as if it's just a Discord call. Global allies can't just be dropped like that. I get it. The only friends that you had were on Twitter, and you can DM directly. But that's not how global politics works. If you're allied to somebody, there are legal agreements that you have to follow, not just with that ally, but with the standard of your legal agreements with your allies as well. And not only that, Israel has a map to where the bodies are. And when I've said that to people. So Israel knows our secrets. They know how to find our secrets. You don't just give that away because you're mad about something. It has to be a literal, hey, you doing this really messed up. We have to end this alliance, but not really. We have to make sure we seem you don't understand politics. And for people to say, well, it's just because, like, I've seen it on the left. Oh, they're just a bunch of white people that came in and like that. Go read a history book. Go read the history of the land. And don't just listen to your favorite streamer. That's not how that works. It's just like some of these people that have these ideas about the Middle East don't even know how to deal with their local elections. But they're going to be talking about politics and government standings on the other side of the world. You don't even influence the dog catcher, the race for dog catcher. Why should some other government, whole country that they have to answer to, deal with you? But let's continue.
Wanted to, and you motherfuckers decided to hold a gun to to his head figuratively in the presidency, and you pulled the fucking trigger. There is no there, motherfucker. He has no leverage. Netanyahu already made this fucking deal. You watched him do it. You motherfuckers stood outside the DNC full of people who were talking about a two-state solution and how there needed to be something done in Gaza, and Israel has the right to defend itself, but there should be limits on what it does, and having a real adult fucking conversation. You motherfuckers stood outside with your Genocide Joe bullshit, holding your fucking signs up and driving your voters away. And
you know what? This is actually true. And like we saw it with Hassan video. I know I didn't cover it on stream, but he was telling them, yeah, fight while you out there. And when he got kicked out of the DNC, he was like, what I'm gonna fight for? They got guns and stuff like that. The same location. And what kills me is that you get this bitch Hassan who's like, yeah, well, the Houthis, they're gonna stop traffic in the Suez Canal, and then the people in Israel not gonna be able to take Amazon packages, and so they're gonna just leave Israel, and then that'll fix the situation. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? He has literally said that he wants Israel to not exist anymore. He says that they're gonna selectively leave. But again, I asked those people who says, oh yeah, these people are going to selectively leave. What about the people that camped? How many train carts are you going to make for those people that you want to selectively leave? And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, this is my problem I had with that President Flowers, not President Flowers, wow. Professor Flowers is like, oh no, they're going to leave on their own. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Well, let's continue.
To vote for Harris, but to actively vote for Trump, and now it's on fucking Biden's head? You motherfuckers, eat shit. Shame on you. How dare you? The fucking nerve. And none of these motherfuckers, while they were outside the DNC, they were outside, the White House. Were they outside of Mar-a-Lago when Netanyahu was there? Nope. Did they protest at the airport when Netanyahu landed? Nope. Did they protest at Trump rallies where he was saying this shit, or even right after recordings had come out and conversations and leaks that he had been saying to Netanyahu, do what you need to do what you got to do? It's referring to the Gaza.
No. Because they're cowards. They don't actually want to put themselves in danger. Oh, they say, oh, I was in a university and I had to cover my face because I may lose a job. They don't care about other people. They care about appearing to be right. They don't care about putting their bodies, their principles on the line. You know what they care about? It's so hard ordering a pizza over the phone to somebody I don't know. At 12, at 10, I remember marching down freaking from 79th in Ashland to 83rd in Ashland as a reenactment of the March for Civil Rights from on Martin Luther King Day. I remember doing that. But some of these people, their activism is collectivism. Asking them to go to a Trump rally and stand outside. No, they're too scared. But let's continue.
Since it's cancer as the problem and you have to get it over with quickly. Where were they? I'll tell you where they were. They were bullshitting this whole time. This motherfucker, you cannot be this stupid. I find it shockingly hard to believe that someone is that fucking dumb. And so I will assume, sir, Abbas Alaway, this dude from Uncommitted in the Michigan delegate, this motherfucker, I will assume that you meant to do it. That either it's a Sunni Shia thing or you just side with the Egyptian government or the Jordanians where they're just like, can we fucking get this over with? Can we just let Netanyahu kill the fucking Palestinians so we can all go back to normal? That's the only excuse. Nobody's this fucking stupid.
No, I see he again, this is something that I disagree with because yeah, people are that stupid. People are that stupid. People are that stupid. I hate to say it like that, but people are that stupid. But let's continue.
It's in this situation, it's dumb or nefarious. It has to be one or the other. And at this point, like, it's so mind-bogglingly stupid, it has to be evil. Just fucking terrible. And now they're like, don't let Trump make this your legacy. Motherfucker, it's going to be Trump's legacy. He will be beating his chest about this shit. Nobody's going to be able to, like, lay this at Biden's feet like it was his fucking problem. Like, you guys are...
Again, I doubt that because Trumpers have a uncanny ability to be like, oh, yeah, no, like, Destiny says it all the time. Well, once everybody's talking about the stock market not mattering, will all of a sudden say stock market matters. All of the inflation that doesn't go down. At first they'll be blaming Biden, and then they'll say like, well, Trump made sure that the inflation didn't go up. Yeah, no, Trumpers will do that. But it's up to the left to actually hold people accountable, other than just say they evil, they're not, they're Nazis, and that. Yeah, we have to hold people accountable. Take those words out of your vocabulary as an easy dunk. But let's go.
Trying to do. Can you imagine still trying to do that? Still make this fucking Biden's fault. You fuckers handed the reins of power to Donald Trump. What he does and the people he puts in, first of all, you shouldn't be shocked at all.
So, like, some of the things in there I agree with, some of them I don't agree with. But I don't know what else to say. It's just... It's just sad. It's just sad. I don't know what else to say. It's just sad. What gets me is just the unequivocal gall of some people that don't want to play politics, but get mad at politics not going their way. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna cut this video segment here. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.